Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers. Joker's Wild here.
And I'm Tiki.
Oh, and I'm Tiki too.
Everyone's here.
I'm Tiki.
What?
Right. Tiki, we're all Tiki, let's face
We are
it.
Tiki. We are
We are
one.
Tiki.
All right. Welcome to more Pooh Talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did it.
Talk.
We have a full host roster tonight.
Yeah, we're full and ready to go tonight on more Pooh Talk.
So I dipped my toes back into judging a little bit. You know, I didn't do the vetoes this time around because I work retail and it's the holiday season, guys. I literally don't know what else to tell you.
I mean, so do
Pretty much
I,
speaks for
but
itself.
Oh, Ace, I'm gonna have to eliminate you.
Hey, so that's a very fair point.
yeah.
They're all-
So speaking of Goofy, Goofy, I believe there's something that we need to get to that I'm very much peer pressuring you into doing against your own free will.
You're definitely right. You're definitely right.
Oh wow. Okay.
We did it. Great job, boys.
All right. Well, I don't know where to go at this point. All right, guys. We seriously need to just let's just jump in and.
Oh, easier.
Yeah.
Oh, hey there. All right.
Look at him.
Face
Wow.
reveal.
Look
We
at
did
him.
it.
Face reveal. Hashtag
Yeah.
face reveal.
He's got a whole face.
He's not
Look at
just
him.
a chair, folks.
I can't believe it.
I know. This is a big day for all of you.
All right. I will never forget this day.
Good.
Okay. All right, guys. So, who wants to recap what just went down in terms of like we had to I for some reason I'm just overstimulated and I can't talk. So who wants to set this up?
So Tiki
Wow,
just
Alex
got
is really overstimulated. Jesus Christ.
What are you
Goofy.
talking about, Tiki?
I don't know either.
Let's talk about Tiki.
We have to just set up the fact that like they did the second gate, please. Please.
Oh,
save
okay.
me.
Yeah.
You guys did
yeah.
the second park this week, in case you missed it.
Yeah, you
Maybe
started
the-
your second gate.
Yeah, you did it. I watched you. You
I'm
started
sorry,
with
but-
nothing.
Before we continue,
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, great
You know,
job,
very
guys.
personal project.
Proud of you all.
All right, let's just
you
jump into it. The second gate,
Yeah.
Lost Worlds. We need to keep
Yeah.
this under an hour,
Yeah.
guys. So we need
Okay.
to actually be clipping along with this thing.
No small talk.
Yeah. Lost Worlds. Now the judges literally just started to go into podcast mode about this park off air because it's very much a conversation starter. It's a very fascinating idea for a park.
made and yet we still made it.
What I like about it is that it's very open-ended. It's very much just like the Lost Worlds can pretty much be anything. Like when I think Lost Worlds, I immediately think dinosaurs, but you know, it could be anything.
oh yeah,
And so with that in mind, having the opening of this park, you guys saw my written review. The opening of this park essentially being an Arctic version of the Oasis with an e-ticket, I fucking love it so much. I really do. And I honestly think this was sort of the culmination moment for Peregrine zoology stuff. Because, oh my God, like those animal exhibits just so I mean, I know that I know that we have issues with Peregrine in terms of the veto that we'll get into with the repetition. But the stuff in the main project just blew me away with just how simple yet absolutely like interconnected and naturalistic it felt.
Yeah, I agree. I thought the land is a really like the theme of it, of the park as a whole. Lost World. It's so open ended, but it's something that's like seems really cool to explore. And I thought that the idea behind doing like this Arctic land was like really out of the box. I thought this was a really cool way to start it out. And you're right, this was definitely a big zoology emphasis, so it was pretty clear that this was definitely Paragon's territory.
I'm really excited about the potential for this to be like a spiritual successor to Animal Kingdom, because the idea of Disney doing another animal park is both realistic and really exciting, I think. Did I say realistic? I literally meant to say unrealistic.
I was about to say, are you sure that it would be all that realistic?
No, it wouldn't at all. It wouldn't. The beluga whales and everything, but
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So we need to talk about that e-ticket, yo, because honestly, that e-ticket is probably my favorite. Keep in mind, there's a big gap of stuff that I have not read yet, of course, but I really do think it might be my single favorite thing in this season so far.
It's great, but you haven't read the stage show yet.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So good.
I need to get on that. Space Mountain and we actually just came to the finalized plans that we're going to do my catch-up project the week of the final project. So look forward to that. All right. Anyways, so this e-ticket is just it blew my mind, honestly. Like
It's so good.
Yeah.
The way that it slowly builds up the mammoths is just beautiful.
Oh yeah.
No, I thought the whole thing was very good. I really enjoyed it. Tiki, can you check your private chat, please?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, thank you.
I was wondering if that was me or Tiki that was echoing. So
I think it's Tiki. I didn't want to call it out. I'm sorry.
It's usually not a big deal, but
yeah, I don't know. It's just been kind of bad tonight. Both of you, yeah. Throw those bad boys on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I threw it on.
All right.
Cool. That's a lot better. Yeah.
I apologize, guys.
Oh, shit happens. You can't hear me, but I'll let him know when he puts the headphones on.
Okay.
Shit happens. It's okay.
So where were we?
No, I really like the attraction. The flow is really nice.
Yeah.
It's
It
a
is
great.
it's just so well paced.
That's the word that I kept coming back to was pacing.
Yeah, it's a really great thesis for the land and hopefully the park. So,
yeah. No, I thought it was cool that it was like the whole build up. I mean, it was just so fitting, you know, and the whole the woolly mammoth, and then right after that, the northern lights. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Finding the extraordinary in the ordinary. That's I really hope that you'll go with that as your park's thesis.
Yeah. Since Ace mentioned it.
Wait,
quickly,
now there's an echo after I put on.
No.
That's
no, ignore him. No, there's no echo.
It just ignores space. It's what we do in the judges PM, anyways.
Yeah, correct. Since Ace mentioned it, who did make this attraction?
Still waiting on credits for people.
Yeah, one spring.
It's only been all season, guys. You know, it's not like it's
hey, we're only just getting maps. Give them time.
That's fair.
I want to give credit where credit's due, but if no one did it, I did it. I had a really fun time writing this project.
You just go.
I really tried to focus on pacing. I thought that the woolly mammoth would have been like the big set piece for the attraction, so I'm glad that you guys really liked it. Thank you. All right, cool. It's Outbound. That's what I figured. Great job, Outbound.
Yeah, I mean, it was just wonderful, man. It really just oh man. Also, let's talk some mechanophobia, because I think it would have.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm having a panic attack right now.
You don't understand how difficult it is for me to put headphones on.
I'm sorry, submechanophobia. What is that?
Fuck you guys, Jesus Christ!
We weren't calling you out. It was just a joke based on what you said. That's what I thought.
What did I say? I literally just called out the trending topic that's been going around. That I think this attraction pretty much kind of calls into focus with the giant whales and the giant jellyfish that to me are terrifying.
No, I
The
definitely.
whales aren't terrifying, but the jellyfish are.
The whales are terrifying if they're actually like. Well, I guess they're not technically. They wouldn't technically be in water, so I guess that gets a pass. That gets a pass. The giant jellyfish, however, that picture legitimately scares the shit out of me. The scale of it, I don't like it. I don't like that something that big with so many moving parts exists. I don't like it.
That is big.
Now, would it make for a cool scene? Absolutely. But I still don't like it. Okay, but no.
Weird to begin with.
I know.
It's true.
That's the
They're
problem.
barely even alive. Yeah.
Yeah, like nothing that big with that many moving parts should exist. I agree with you.
Yeah, thank you. All right. But I have two critiques of the land. Number one, I thought the lab/scientist research center settings for the store and the restaurant were pretty uninspired, and they kind of call to mind why the docking bay in Galaxy's Edge is like the worst part of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Is that it's just like, it just kind of feels like a cafeteria, you know? It's just kind of like, I don't know. There wasn't a lot going on there for me.
It reminds me of Dino Land a little bit, like with
that's a good comparison point.
Backstory is basically it's similar, but I guess it's more these researchers are dealing with finding stuff that's like still real versus digging up dinosaurs, whatever. But it is a similar
difference between Dino Land and this, and the reason why I prefer Dino Land, and I don't prefer Dino Land as a land, don't get me wrong, oh god no. But the reason why I prefer Dino Land's like industrial cafeterias is that those are very much tongue-in-cheek, and these are not. These are very much just kind of like sterile, like, all right, we're serious researchers having this serious meal at this serious research facility.
It's played straight, where Dino Land is...
Ace, I have a love of Dino Land that I have developed over the years.
Yeah,
right?
I would like to second Ace. I'm sure it's sarcastic, but I'm absolutely a Dino Land apologist.
It is
I am totally a Dino Land apologist.
I don't like postmodernism.
You know what? I'm even getting into the idea of the fact that there's this stupid little fucking parking lot carnival around the corner from the research center.
It makes sense.
It does. Thematically and in terms of placemaking with the rest of the park, it does make sense.
The last time I was at Dino Land, I was like, I forgot how weird this theming is.
But it really does make
bizarre.
sense.
No, I think Evan, I'm totally with you. Just in terms of how spaced out the two of the things are from each other, I think that's what sells it.
There are definitely ways to make it better. That's something I've been trying to work on, but I just keep falling off of the horse. But
it's because there really is no way to make Dino Land better.
No, there absolutely.
There are.
There's
definitely.
As is.
Let me lay this out for you, goddammit.
Oh God.
work out the backstory. Mm-hmm. The backstory I was working on was that Chester and Hester, well, I think it's part of the backstory right now, is that they found the dinosaur bones, and then the Dino Institute came later, and then Chester and Hester tried capitalizing on that, making Dino Land. Which
so
I think is the
backstory that you're developing is the backstory that Disney already has.
Well, no, I was changing both. I'm bringing attention to it.
All right, Evan, we don't have time for this. Evan.
No, I know, you're right. I was about to stop.
So Evan, you and I have had this fight over Messenger many a times. Dinosaur is better than Indy. No, I agree. You don't.
No, it's not better.
I think Indy, the overall attraction is definitely better. Like the overall like package with the queue and everything is definitely better. I will take the ride. Yeah, I will take the ride Dinosaur over Indy any day. I'm saying Indy's better as an overall package.
Okay, no, that makes sense. I thought you were saying the opposite. That's why.
No. Indy's better as an overall package. Dinosaur is the better ride.
I mean, Dinosaur does have Dr. Seeker.
I think that Dinosaur would be the better ride if they had all of the effects working. But
I mean, it's not like Indy doesn't have broken effects.
Yeah, but they have more effects. They have more working effects than Dinosaur.
Do you really think so? Because Dinosaur, I mean, I don't know what Dinosaur is like in its prime because I first did it in 2017 or 2018.
Yeah,
2018. But
there are a lot of laser effects that are gone. The Coxognathus has been broken for ever. The Pterodactyl has been turned off for 20 years. Sometimes
there's
the
still a shit ton more animatronics in that ride than in Indy, and that's something I.
Yeah, but I think that the effects of the ride as a whole, I'll say that the boulder falling at you, that in Indy, that effect still. Honestly, it took me a couple of times riding through it to actually figure out what was happening.
Yeah.
It's a really good effect.
And that effect consistently works. Whereas
I've had it break down on me several times, Evan.
Oh, really? That's funny.
It consistently works whenever you're not riding it.
Every time that happens, though, I get to do another lap on it. So I honestly kind of hope it happens.
Yeah, whatever. If they ever refurbish the Carnotaurus to get the weird head on a stick, which Indy doesn't have.
Indy doesn't have the Carnotaurus in general, and the Carnotaurus is just, excuse me, guys, the legs of my card table are getting loosened.
Oh, it's okay. I appreciate the cinematography. It's really put me in the scene.
Hold on.
There.
Let me deal with this.
Your camera turns on and it's somebody else.
To finish off this debate, to finish this debate that I clearly won. I think that
he turned off his camera in shame.
Dinosaur
honestly, obviously I hope Tiki's out there finding somebody else to put in front of his camera. Please, will you be on my podcast?
It's just a stranger.
It's hipster. It's like I come back and it's hipster Donald.
Yeah.
I legitimately, if I still had the hipster Donald mask, I'd totally do that.
I know.
Oh, that was cursed.
I finally got to a point where it was starting to smell.
To finish this before we move on, Dinosaur has more traditional animatronics, but I think that Indiana Jones genuinely has the better effects package, and I feel that while Dinosaur,
it's okay if you're wrong. I mean, that's fine.
Well, it's fine because I'm not wrong. While Dinosaur is probably more thrilling, I feel like Indiana Jones.
Dinosaur is way more thrilling than Indy.
Absolutely.
Even though
it's got a way better story, though.
Yes,
Dinosaur has the way better. Dinosaur is way more suspenseful. Dinosaur legitimately still scares me, and as a thrill junkie, that means a lot. That counts for a lot.
Well, that's fair, but for me,
but you're still wrong.
Yeah, for me, I prefer Indy because I prefer the overall experience of it. It's not me looking for the thrill of the ride. It's me looking for the experience of the ride.
All right, you see what you started, Mickey Nerd?
Yeah.
I like
Jesus Christ. Moving on.
Alex, what are your thoughts?
I like both.
Can't have
you have to pick one, Alex.
No.
Yes, you do.
Moving on. I really like the land. I think there were two big missed opportunities. First, you guys were talking about theming it around the Northwest Passage, which you did, but I think that's something that you could have played with, is have it, and you talked about this, but you didn't do it, was have it set in a valley of an ice shelf, and then you could have played with verticality, which would have been a lot of fun. But you didn't do that. That's okay. Secondly, the Obelisk of Time, which I really enjoyed. I feel like that could have been in the center of your lagoon. And again, you talked about it, and then you didn't do it. But I feel like that would have been a really good park weenie, and could have set up the mystery of the
lack
park.
of a weenie is absolutely the thing that this thing was missing.
Yeah.
like that was to me the biggest missed opportunity.
Yeah, I think that, a weenie is like, I need that, Mount Prometheus, American Adventure. I need that moment.
Yeah. And I don't know if it was a miscommunication because you guys didn't think you could put anything in the lagoon because of the way the park was set up. But you absolutely could have put something in the middle of the lagoon and still have it be a centerpiece, and it would
By
have been
all means, next project, please create a park icon.
Yeah, please. Only if you have time.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have time, do it anyways.
Yeah.
Your park needs a park icon.
But don't be late, strict deadlines.
Ace, I would argue that the Incredible Hulk coaster itself is a weenie.
The lighthouse outside the park is a weenie.
Yeah, but that doesn't count within the actual park.
Oh yeah, because I mean, if you're going to say that, then you can say the Obelisk of Time's similar.
Right.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah.
I mean, you would then say that the globe is a weenie.
I think that
Which,
weird
it is. It's a weenie in City Walk, but still.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
That weird island in the lagoon is the weenie. It draws me to the center.
I just walk in all the time. It's great.
Oh my god, I have a story for that. When I was in Iowa about a year ago, I was on the High in the Sky Suits trolley train ride, and then there is two women on the closed beach just taking pictures, and no one did anything about it. It was bizarre.
Wait, was it the Sneech Beach?
Yes, they were on the beach with the Sneeches.
Oh my god, that's wonderful.
And no one did anything.
That's great. As far as the castle, yeah, I'd say that the castle's technically part of Fantasyland. So that's why it's one of those things where it's like you can't add it in afterwards. But I mean, even though like Magic Kingdom has tons of different weenies like Space Mountain and Big Thunder, the castle's the big one, but it's within a land that isn't Main Street. So it's fine to add it in later. Just don't don't forget about having a weenie other than just a massive lagoon.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Okay, should we move on to the vetoes, guys?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Sorry for not covering everything, but we're running on a
and honestly, guys, at this point, I'm just going to be up front with you and say I'm going to play some Tetris while you guys talk about the vetoes because I haven't read any of these projects.
Okay.
So you guys you do you.
Brutally honest.
Yeah.
Brutally honest. See,
I
look,
appreciate that.
Tetris DS, it's playing right there.
I appreciate that, Tiki.
Is that an original copy?
Yes.
That might be worth a lot of money, just so you know.
Dude, I bought it at my game store for like $10.
Oh, really? It must have lost its value.
Maybe.
I guess it's not worth as much as Joker's thought.
No, it was like a few years ago.
Wait. I think I bought it on eBay for like $20 actually.
Yeah, must have maybe like 6-7 years ago. It was worth like 100.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, because they only sold it for like a very small amount of time because they lost the rights like right after it came out.
It's definitely a copy. Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
You do you, guys. You do you. Pretend I'm not here.
Okay. Well, now that Tiki's not here, we're going to talk a lot of shit.
Yeah.
What's the first one? The first one was Dash, North Pole Discoveries.
It's a Christmas shop.
I don't really have anything to say. It's 4 sentences.
Sorry, Christmas shop.
No, you're right though.
It was shop.
Yeah, it was a good concept and everything. It was just
the concept was good.
Fleshing it out and making it unique.
I also think we've been focusing. I think we've been focusing a lot on Christmas, so that might be something to get off of a little bit.
I agree with that.
Still not even Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You know what? This year I'm giving it a pass just because the year's been such a shit show. Honestly, any other year you can
whatever. I more mean for creativity's sake. There's been a lot of Christmas
no. I'm just saying in general, like as a culture.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
World, you get 1 pass.
Yeah. This is your one. So anyway, it's fine. It's a Christmas store. Moving on, we have
Reflections
Outbound.
on Ice.
Yes,
I loved this.
I agree. I really like this as well.
I like in terms of creativity and in terms of how they pulled it off and realism and putting in native cultures and adapting folklore from that native culture told by that native culture. And I love a puppet, so like the polar bear puppet just I loved this so much.
Yeah, this is definitely something I hope you get into more in the subsequent lands, focusing on culture while focusing on the mystery of the lands.
And it adds so much to the land. Like the land would be better for having this in it.
Absolutely. So yeah, all in all, this was really, really solid. I really enjoyed it. What we got next?
I tried to switch tabs and accidentally closed.
It's all good.
No, I liked the ice show. My only thing was that, and this isn't even like a fault on Outbound, because it's really cool that he drew from like, I think he said Inuit like legends, and I thought that was a really cool idea. But I took off a point for creativity just because it wasn't an original story, but I thought that it fit perfectly in the land.
It was original to Inuit.
Well, but
it's an adaptation of the story.
Yeah.
No, I get that. That's a very fair point. But yeah, all in all, great effort. I really enjoyed it. Next, we got Pergron Writes a Zoo. This one was good.
It certainly is.
Yes. So I really enjoyed it, but Pergron, you've been focusing a lot on zoos, and that's fair. Like you do you, but I think it would be. Yes, I think it would be good for you to branch out a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, other than that, like it's very solid. I really enjoyed it. It's just the creativity that gets me because you've been doing so many zoos. Also, on that note, I worry that if you guys were to commit to this, and this plays into the Beluga exhibit as well, if you guys were to play into this, I'm not sure how realistic it would be for your park as a whole if you had a zoo in the front land and then no animals in the rest of the land. Obviously, you guys haven't written the rest of the land, but that's something you guys will have to take into account now. It's just with the belugas and the polar bears and the walrus and the harbor seal. So, yeah.
Yeah, I felt the same way about this. I thought it was the most detailed, and it was a really solid concept and everything, but it was like, number one, I don't know how necessary it is for the land as a whole. Like, I don't think it was something that was like really missing, but more importantly, it is we're doing another entertainment or another animal thing after just doing that.
Yeah.
And I like that you mentioned that, it really wasn't something the land needed, because that was kind of the aim of the project, do something you feel is missing from the land.
I will argue it's not something the land needed, but I think it fits in better to the land than, like, let's say a Christmas shop does.
100%.
Just to play devil's advocate.
Well, that's true.
Fair enough.
In no way is this a bad project. In no way is this the quote-unquote worst project. The least good project.
Because I don't think there was a single dud in here.
No, absolutely not. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I just don't think it was necessarily necessary for the land. It's not something that the land felt like it was missing, to me at least. So yeah. Anything else before we move on?
No, let's move it right along.
Okay. Next, we got the Passages dog sledding experience.
Okay, I didn't read this one. I haven't read any of them, but the idea is both super cool and, I will admit, a little unrealistic, but super cool.
Yeah, it just sounds like cold rocket rods.
It's so cool, but it would. I don't know if it could ever happen.
There's no chance this would ever happen. We criticize
I would give it points for creativity at the very least, but yeah, realism.
It was creative. It was definitely creative. I think I gave it.
It kind of reminds me of Pi's Pack Mule project.
Wait,
exactly what it is.
Wait! I didn't realize these were real dogs. Wait a second.
That's the thing. That's the thing. The first time I read it through, I was like, okay. There is no chance ever that Disney would do. Okay, you're gonna get on a sled.
You're gonna get on a dog sled, and you're gonna go around the
We're
land.
gonna take you through this park where all these vendors are selling corn dogs and turkey legs.
Oh God!
To be fair, fair, it is only the passage. It's not around the entire park.
Still.
On that note, why didn't you just do rocket rods? That would have been far more realistic.
Evan, what you're throwing out reminds me of that bizarre fever dream that I once had. I think I told you guys about it, where Knott's Berry Farm had done a Kingdom of the Dinosaurs reboot, but it was this massive coaster where all the ride vehicles were like fully sized T-Rex animatronics. And the coaster just like went around the whole park.
I think I do remember that.
Oh, but,
no dogs.
No dogs. Just no dogs.
I genuinely
no
think
dogs.
this would have been better if he did something like Rocket Rugs or even like a toboggan ride. Something like that would have been a lot more realistic while accomplishing the same thing without real dogs.
I just can't get past how. It's a very creative idea. I cannot get past how unrealistic this is. Space. That is a great point. That needs to be put on.
Service dogs will not be allowed in the park. I'm sorry. This is a no dog park.
That's terrifying to think about. But this is it. Like I said, very creative. It's just. No.
Yeah, it was good. It's horribly unrealistic now that I realize you were using live dogs. Moving on, we got Flight of the North. This one was quaint, and I don't mean that in a bad way.
I love it. It is charming. It is so charming.
Yes. Again, I enjoyed it. I do think that this land could have used a flat ride, and that definitely addresses that. Normally, I would take off for creativity since this is basically Dumbo, but I don't think your other park had a Dumbo ride. So congratulations.
It had a Dumbo. It had something similar to Dumbo, but
Did it?
I mean, this park doesn't have a Dumbo, so
and now I can't have another one.
That's your one.
But
if not to win,
Hollywood Studios
right, that's true, that's
Epcot don't have Dumbos, and they get by just fine.
But they could have Dumbos, is what we're saying.
God damn it! Don't put ideas in their head.
There's still time to put Dumbo in Spaceship Earth and make the whole thing disco lights.
Okay, no, I'm gonna throw out an even worse suggestion. Can you imagine if they like replace some like I don't even know what, but like just some super cultural thing in World Showcase with a Dumbo?
Yeah, I can't wait for them to open the Spinner Pavilion over Wonders of Life. They're just going to be inside the dome.
Oh, that'd be great.
That would actually be legitimately good.
All themed to the making of me.
The vehicles are sperm. You put that mental image in my head, and I hate it.
No, you just put it in all of our heads.
The whole pavilion's narrated by Martin Short.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Every action
you could have kept that in your head.
It's like he narrates you through every action you do in the pavilion, Martin Short.
Now you're climbing into the sperm.
Yeah,
now you're racing the other sperm.
Guys, let's refocus. Reel it in.
We're talking about Martin Short narrating my life. It's a very realistic concept. Just picture you walk in the bathroom, Martin Short's like, he had a tough day. It was nice to relax for a few minutes. He entered the bathroom, opening the door with his right hand.
No, but as far as Nigel's ride goes, I thought that it was I thought it filled the need for the land better than a lot of the other projects did. Like, I mean, they most of them did identify a need and fill it, but a flat ride was definitely something that could be filled. And I realized that we don't have all the lands yet, so you don't actually know if this land was going to, or if this park is going to struggle from a lack of flat rides, but it still felt like this was very much appropriate and fitting from a standpoint of like ride lineup. As far as theme goes, maybe not so much, but yeah.
No, I definitely agree. I think this one and Outbounds probably address the needs of the land the best.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I agree.
Yeah. But yeah, great project. I think the next one's Mickey Fan? Mickey Nerd? I'm sorry. Mickey Fan, what
Yes.
project?
Mickey Fan submitted a secret project to the
I
judges.
submitted a
PM.
secret project.
Wow.
You have a. I'm giving
You guys
y'all a
have
part
So it's
reunion.
secret. Ricky
Fuck
doesn't
now.
even know about it.
So next we have, and finally, we have The Obelisk of Time by Mickey Nerd. Very solid.
I'm gonna be honest. This is probably Mickey Nerd's best project.
I agree.
It could have won if it weren't for the tardiness factor, and that's like kind of like a across the board decision.
Yeah.
I'll one up that it would have won if it wasn't for that.
Right,
Which it
right.
sucks, but yes, it would have won if it wasn't.
And
for
honestly, if this was his first time being late, we would have been able to give it a pass. But the fact that he was late 2 times in a row, it's just not something that we can turn a blind eye towards. Even if it was a genuine mistake, it's just not. It just wouldn't be fair to the other players if we just let it slide another week without any sort of consequence. So it sucks. But Mickey Nerd, I mean, I would be proud of the fact that you did. Like, you didn't technically win the veto, Mickey Nerd, but like I would say, like, on a technicality, you did get the highest score if it weren't for those negative points from the tardiness. So you know, like, I would definitely be proud of that, regardless.
And you'll build on it. It's one of those things where you have been developing as a player very well, and I thought that I was honestly very impressed whenever I read your project. I think me and Mickey Fan both gave you a perfect score.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gave you a perfect score. If you gave
and
me
then
a perfect
took off
score,
the 5.
I think.
I did not.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joker's was once again the harshest judge, but we'll get into that later.
I had a reason. I had a reason. I'll talk about it once we're done. Talking about this.
I loved it. I thought that it was. I thought it fit the area very well. It expanded on the Obelisk of Time. The artwork fit well and everything, and the description was great because what I liked about Outbound's. I did like Outbound's entertainment prompt, and Mickey Nerd's was very similar in terms of filling an entertainment gap, but it was original. It was his, and it was a great idea.
Yeah. So the main critique for me, and please tell me if I missed something because it's very possible that I did.
The dogs are real.
Oh, they are. Okay. So my only concern was that there are now 2 obelisks of time in this land, and that didn't make sense to me. I'm not sure if he just forgot that there was already an obelisk of time.
Okay, now I gotta go back and look at that.
Yeah, because there's the obelisk of time right at the front of the park.
Huh. The Arctic Theater. Oh, that is.
Yeah.
That is true.
That was my thing.
I did not think about that.
Yeah, I did.
And for me, it doesn't take because honestly, I'd be like, I'd get rid of the obelisk of time in this. Wait, did he move it?
He said that he moved it, but I didn't see that. He just said in the comments, but I didn't see that in the actual presentation.
Oh, well, I mean, for me, that was what I was going to say is that I honestly wouldn't have any issue with taking away the obelisk of time from the entrance, moving it here, and then, what was I saying? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Moving the obelisk of time there, getting rid of it from the entrance, and creating a new weenie.
No,
because they're going to need to anyways.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But I don't see that in the presentation. It's irrelevant, but yeah. Now that we know that makes more sense to me. Yeah.
So, like I said, I thought it was really great idea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, just to go into it, like the story that was being told and how it was being told was just so wonderful.
Also, to speak to Pergron and Dash super quick, I agree that it should have been at the Lagoon, and I'm glad that you guys thought that too. Like where the Obelisk of Time was in the initial presentation.
Yeah.
I guess it was an issue, something got lost in translation. But yeah.
Cool. Right, is that it for the Veto projects?
I think so. So yeah, we should be ready to read results. Can you guys check the private chat as well?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm such a burden. Anyways.
Wait, really? Oh, the private chat. I was looking at the wrong thing.
Can you look at somewhere else? Yeah. Anyway, so I can go ahead and read the totals. Okay. I'm gonna read Mickey Nerd's last. But Dash finished in 6th place with 76 points. I'll just read out the score breakdown. 19 from Space, 19 from me, 20 from Mickey Fan, 18 from Jokers. In 5th place. In 5th place was Nigel with 80 points, 80 out of 100, 19 points from Space, 20 from me, 22 from Mickey Fan, and 19 from Jokers. In 4th place with 82 points was Ace for his Real Dog project. So that had 21 from me, Space, and Jokers, and 19 from Mickey Fan.
Ooh, I'm not the lowest this time.
I'm not. I'm the Simon this time.
That's true. Okay. Then in 3rd place was Peregrine with 88.5 points. So Space gave him 24, I gave 23, Mickey Fan gave 21, and Jokers gave 20 and a half, because why not give a half?
It was because I bumped creativity because of the zoos.
That's fair, yeah. And then in 2nd place, and again, this is on pure points, with 93 points, was Outbound. And Outbound had 23 from Space, 24 from me, 24 from Mickey Fan, and 22 from Jokers. And then with tardiness excluded, and obviously it isn't, Mickey Nerd would have been in 1st place with 94 points, with 24 from Space, 25 from me and Mickey Fan, and 20 from Jokers. So he would have won by 1 point, but we take off 5 points from each of our scores because of the it doesn't matter if we took 5 points off of his total or 5 points off of each of our scores. Yes.
Do you, instead of taking 5 points off per score, do you think it'd be more fair if we took 5 points off total?
Well, it doesn't make a difference to the. It doesn't make a difference.
It wouldn't make a difference?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Outbound was only 1 point behind him, so it.
Speaking of,
Outbound,
literally the perfect time. Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
That was like perfect.
That's a fucking miracle. Wow.
Oh, okay. Well, he already responded.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Outbound won Power of Veto, and he chose to not use it. So.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh boy.
Now votes are open, so you can go to your diary room. It is between Dash and Mickey Nerd. So I think the people who are eligible to vote are Ace can't vote. He's a tiebreaker. So Outbound, Peregrine, and
Outbound,
Nigel.
Peregrine, and yep.
Nigel, yeah.
Okay. We're not going to read out the votes like we did before. Sorry about that, Nigel. So we're just gonna we're gonna
wait until we get all
happened.
3 of the votes and then read out the totals.
We're just gonna stop.
So most generous judge was once again me.
No,
but it wasn't. Well, okay, actually, we were all sort of a little bit harsher this time around. Like that, like people got an average of like 20. You know, Jokers, I can see you laughing at the nerd stuff.
no, I'm not laughing at the nerd stuff. I'm laughing that I'm rubbing off at everyone, so they're getting harder.
Oh, yeah, that's funny. Like you got no, everybody had an average of like 20.5 points. So Joker's was the harshest. He gave out an average of just over 19 points. And I was the most generous, and I gave out an average of just over 21 points. So, yeah. I'm your favorite judge, I can tell.
All right, we've already got some Beowulf saying to save Mickey Nerd. Guys, I gotta tell you, just based on I mean, I don't want to influence anyone's decision here, but if Mickey Nerd goes out,
don't say it, Tiki. Don't say it then.
Okay,
we have all the votes already, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, do we? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
We do.
Okay.
That was fast.
Okay, hold on. Before we reveal the votes, then let me say my piece. I think if Mickey Nerd does, because I literally haven't looked it up, so I don't know. I think if Mickey Nerd does go out, it really does suck because the thing that I posted was kind of a last minute thing on my end, mostly just to combine the two podcasts. So I do feel bad in that regard. I do. But the thing we have to consider here, well, let's read the results and then I'll
It wasn't unanimous.
No, it was not.
Oh.
And the first vote's very funny. Can I announce the first vote?
Yes.
Ace. They all voted for Ace, actually. Sorry.
Just
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Just do by a vote of what to what? By a vote of
No,
1 to 2.
Did you read the threads? Because there was something really funny.
No, I have not. I'm
Okay.
legitimately like I'm legitimately on the edge of my seat. Like
I was going to say this offhand.
I love it. Oh, that's so great. Come on, you got to read it. You got to read it. That's
There's one vote for Mickey fan.
so, yeah.
Yeah. So it's.
Oh, let's all read a vote. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I go first. I don't want to go last.
All right, let's do. Okay. For a vote for two, vote from 2 to 1. Mickey fan. Wow, Jesus, Mickey Nerd is.
We have
unfortunately
too many
eliminated.
Mickeys.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
2 to 1.
it.
Mickey Nerd's unfortunately eliminated.
all right. Mickey Nerd, I'm honestly like I'm so this legitimately kind of sucks, honestly. I will say I feel like your social game could have been a bit more graceful. And there were certain things that you've done throughout the course of this game, like the concept art thing, which I won't dwell on, but like that was kind of like, that was definitely something that didn't win you any favors. And then I do legitimately think that we all know that you guys had some, had some arguments in the brainstorming thread. And Mickey Nerd, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
You are not trash. You played a really good game. You had some hiccups, but like you went out on a fucking high note.
Also, this is your first game too, and like that's
six.
very well.
Yeah, that's the thing
game.
is that there were whenever we did So You Want to Be an Imagineer, there were like 5 newcomers in the top 10, and only 2 of them got top 5.
Mm-hmm.
So 6th place is remarkable, especially considering that you did have a very up and down game and having some experience under your belt. I would say that you have a very, very bright future in these games, because I still remember, actually Space reminded me of it today, whenever you came out guns blazing with that Minecraft stuff at the beginning. I forgot about it, and it's one of those things where you clearly have a lot of passion for what you're doing, and
Mickey Nerd, let me just say, I know exactly the type of like self-deprecation you're going through right now. Like I'm just speaking from the heart here. I know, buddy. I fucking know. All right. So this is just speaking from one person to another here. Just please, like, you are such a good talent. You've had, honestly, I would say it's fair to say that he is easily one of the most memorable elements of this
Oh yeah.
whole season.
Mm.
Easily. Like in terms of the story, in terms of like just being a focal point to the cast. I mean, I will say I'm going to make an announcement about the radio drama soon, but I will say that he will definitely be a character in the radio drama. But Mickey Nerd, like,
sorry, finish what you were saying.
Yeah, like Mickey Nerd, if you need someone to talk to, by all means, like, talk to us in the diary room, like, you know, like.
Please.
But I really just I want you to just be okay with, you know, with the fact that you did play a great game. And like I said, I what I was trying to get at, I probably did take that as tactfully as I could have with the whole like, Mickey Nerd, you got voted out, and here's why, because your social game was bad. But no, it wasn't. But I do think that there were arguments that you got into, and I think you intentionally or unintentionally kind of rubbed some salt in some wounds.
Yes.
And I will specifically cite one thing that I noticed, which was when I gave my feedback and you were kind of just like, I knew it. I knew that, you know, it was a good idea to not go in the Star Wars direction.
Mickey Nerd, if you need to talk, if you need to talk, Mickey Nerd, please reach out to us in the diary room. Continue to
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I just think that there were just like a bunch of kind of like little moments like that. And that's the thing, though. This is a strategy game and a social game and a creativity game. It's literally all three of those things. So
well, I think that if this was So You Want to Be an Imagineer, I think that's top 5 without a doubt. The contributions.
Oh yeah.
But since this is strategic, it's
and
the social game is yeah.
You should absolutely be proud that you made it this far in such a volatile game.
Yeah, so. I mean, we think about the people that you beat and sort of had a hand in eliminating.
Pie, Doug.
Yeah, well, that's for all of you guys, not just Mickey or all of you that are still alive.
Honestly,
we have a
when
top
the game
5
first started, did any of y'all think that Mickey Nerd was going to outlast both Pie and Doug?
Yes.
I'm just gonna out and say it. You know, earlier this week we were in the PM and talking about like when the cast list got posted. I did not expect this top 6.
Yeah. No, I agree. Right. It's been a crazy season, and you know that's the thing is that it's impressive to see the people who have made it this far because they've been playing very well strategically as well as putting out good concepts and everything.
Absolutely.
Because we've seen people get saved from their Veto project submissions before. So it's I got saved from my Veto project the first round. I mean that's
right.
part of the game. So it's
important. Mickey Nerd, I want to reemphasize, I am legitimately sorry that it came down to the fact that I decided to give you guys an extra day and you misread the time. That honestly, that legitimately fucking sucks. I legitimately feel terrible about that. Honestly, Mickey Nerd, that's as much my fault as it is yours. The fact that I just threw out 12 hours before the project was due. Hey, by the way, guys, you have an extra day. That was legitimately not the best hosting moment on my part. So I do think that I have my fair share of responsibility for this. It wasn't the most professional thing on my end. I should have consulted with the group because I knew that we were going to have to combine the podcast. I knew that before the veto got posted. But I was honestly so overwhelmed with work that I didn't really, I was too tired to communicate that properly until it was too late. So I really think, I really think that, again, had that not happened and had you just been able to post it on time when you were intending to post it, assuming that the project was as good as it was, with the, if you posted it a day earlier, Mickey Nerd, I know. I'm sorry. Like I said, Mickey Nerd, I feel as bad about this as you do. I really do. So it is a weird situation, Nigel. It's a weird situation.
And honestly, if this hadn't happened before, like we said.
Yeah.
But again,
Yeah, I would say what Space said is exactly it has nothing to do. It's not like we're punishing you for having disagreements with people in the past. It is. I don't even like saying that it's a punishment, but it is the fact that if it was a competition, and I mean it is a competition, and everybody else turned their submissions.
I'm just gonna say, I think that Dash. I love you, Dash, but I legitimately don't think you've done a ton in this game. Like if it were up to
just out here throwing punches.
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna say if it were up to the
judges,
Dash would absolutely be voted out above Mickey Nerd. If it were purely up to the judges,
I agree.
Yeah,
no question.
I agree.
Yeah,
it's tough, but like we said, if you need to reach out, by all means, and so many other people have shown support as well.
Yeah.
So do what you got to do. We're here for it.
But so that's pretty much it. It's I mean, like I said, it's been very impressive seeing you grow, seeing all of you grow. Like I said, this is like Mickey fans said, this is not the top 6 that we would have expected, but this is a very, very solid group of people.
I was expecting Pi to be in that top 6. I was expecting Doug to be in that top 6.
I was expecting to be in that top 6.
Exactly.
Space was expecting.
Honestly, it wouldn't have shocked me to see Nate get into the top 6 based on his early rounds, and we all know how that.
That was
a beautiful baby boy.
Okay, this is a great comment, and I think Mickey Nerd should absolutely 100%. Take it to heart. Yeah. Doug was obviously it wasn't that Doug wasn't good enough. Obviously, Doug is amazing. I would say like it's not an exaggeration to say he was arguably the best armchair Imagineer on these forums right now. The number one.
Yeah. That's the thing is that we all said that at the time that he got eliminated, Doug was definitely the front runner.
Take solace in the fact that you beat Doug.
Yeah.
PM him and tell him that you did. He can't say no because it's factually correct.
If you send him gifs of Hulk getting beat up,
that's what I was thinking too.
Why didn't no one do that?
I'm going to the diary room right now. Oh man.
So take solace in that fact.
This is another excellent point from Space. Excellent point.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let me put it this way, when I've mentioned this a few times because I think it's really funny. First season of Soul Imagineer, I made it to semifinals, and I think I submitted a grand total of 2 projects. And that's because I'm not around, and I only submitted a project to eliminate Tiki. Point being, if you're making it far, it's either because you're in the center of the game or you're not doing anything. So the fact that you got eliminated here is a good sign of what you were doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right.
So moving on. I have one last thing to say because Space mentioned it earlier, like 10 minutes ago. The Imagineer Board Awards are back. I'm doing it. So stay tuned for that.
Jokers, have I ever told you how much I like you?
No, you didn't. I told you how much I don't take bribes.
Hey, just think about it this way. If I wanted, I could have taken votes away from you, and so you want to be an Imagineer. Like, if I really wanted to, I could have.
Once 1986 finishes, I'm going to put up the nomination thread. I'm going to try to make this be an edited video. So I'm going to start working on it in early December. If anyone wants to help, please let me know. I'll probably reach out to people as well for contributions. But yeah, if anyone wants to do anything, be a part of this in any way, please reach out to me. If not, I will find you when the time comes.
That sounds vaguely threatening.
It might be.
Oh, and we're bringing back everything super.
Yeah, there will be a best song category now.
I was gonna say Joker creates a category called best song.
It's really funny.
Best video compilation to end a season. Best.
Best mockumentary based on a project. Yeah, stay tuned for that. If anyone wants to do anything with it, please reach out to me. If not, I'll reach out to people for contributions because I want to try to make this like a collage of like community contributions as well.
Does anyone have their phone on them and the ability to play everything super right now?
Oh, I can so do this.
Yeah,
Please
you do it.
Please do.
Yeah.
I just need to find it real quick.
Before you do that, Goofy, just have it ready. Just have it ready for the end of the video.
Okay.
I have a couple more announcements. Number one, something that I absolutely think that Mickey Nerd will be interested in. Sorcerer's Apprentice is definitely coming back for a new season.
Yes. February?
And January, I think, is the goal. Yes.
January. Okay.
And Mickey Nerd, I just, do not take this as a loss. Take this as like your first step. Sorcerer's Apprentice, this was the sprint. Sorcerer's Apprentice is going to be the marathon. And this was you training for the marathon.
In so many ways.
Sorcerer's Apprentice probably on a larger scale than So You Want to Be an Imagineer, I would think.
Oh,
I would say so.
Sure.
Yeah. So Mickey Nerd, absolutely, I think you've got a ton of potential with Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Oh yeah.
Second announcement. I can't guarantee exactly when this is going to be done, but I'm not going to give myself any sort of a timeline on it because obviously when it comes to the radio drama, timelines are made to be broken. But I will say that due to the fact that this season has been legitimately just super intense with all the blind sides and big characters and strategy, after everything is said and done, I have decided that I am going to do the radio drama and absolutely incorporate the plot of the game into it.
Good.
And so with that in mind, like that way what we can do is we can kind of use the plot of the game as a skeleton to map out everything else. I still have that super dark moment in the back of my head that y'all know about that I want to get out there. That's still going to happen.
Oh, I'm so excited for it. Y'all are gonna be pissed.
Quick side note: Space has confirmed February for Sorcerer's
Yeah,
Apprentice.
February's fine. Space, honestly, like I have my trip in January, so February would probably work better for me, anyways.
Yeah.
All right, so like I said, I really make no intention of getting that out in any sort of a timely manner, but I absolutely
It'll come out when it comes out.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I absolutely do intend.
Yeah,
like I'm essentially gonna restart working on it when the season's over and we have a winner and everything. I'm gonna like refocus on the script. And honestly, I think what I might do is I just might write like the whole script and just record everything all in one go. And that way I'll have like everything like so I can just like edit like in chunks, you know what I mean? Just so I'm not like worried about like constantly like scheduling people to record and shit.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be a good way to go about it. Yeah. All right. So with that in mind, everyone, just big congrats to the final 5. Mickey Nerd, you are awesome, and don't you forget it. Goofy, if you will.
Play us out.
Preface, this is take 5.
This is take 5.
There's a spoken
You guys can
part
hear it, yeah?
at the end of this that I'm just going to read straight because
I'm gonna
don't feel
film.
Okay, hold on. Pause it. Pause it.
I could have just played this live, right?
I am going to pull up the meme that Peregrine posted, and I am going to post it over.
Play it out.
Okay, hold on. Peregrine, that's too big of an image. I'm not going to do that. Fuck that. I can't screen share that.
What is it?
It's too tall.
It's tall.
It's too tall. I can't screen share all that at once. I'm sorry.
I can do it.
I'm sorry, Peregrine, but it's not going to get the point across on the screen share.
You can get it all on one screen.
I got it.
You got it? Okay.
There
I'm just saying, it's.
Everybody get really close to your screen so you can
I
read
know,
that.
right? That's what I'm saying. This doesn't play well.
There we go. I got it.
Yeah.
All right, but
Goofy,
I'm saying,
play
like,
us out.
Goofy, please.
It's too loud.
So you good now.
No, it's not too loud.
See you looking away, but I don't have to fear, because I know that help is here, and it's just fine when you have to rely on helping hands. Fix that understands, cause everything's super when the people you need got you back. Yeah, everything's super when it's not nothing to tell. People are hurt and there's no time to spare.
The Billy Joel section.
Got the guts, I've got all the soul, I can finally reach my goal, and then I'll be seen.